Episode 5.
Yay!
There we go.
Finally here.
There we go.
Yeah, this is something that I wanted to ask a couple people, but I've never been around anybody that was comfortable asking. But do you guys watch people wash their hands when you guys like in the public restroom?
Yeah.
All the time.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Why wouldn't you?
I think I'm like I be thinking I'm weird sometimes, and I'll be like, they don't wash their hands right. Like, there's no lather. Like, they'll like put soap on and rinse at the same time. Like, there's no lather or nothing like that. I'm like,
you gotta do the.
I would never like something.
Cross your fingers, man.
Exactly, cross your fingers, get under the nails and everything like that. Yeah, like I don't know. Some would consider me a hypochondriac the way I wash my hands, but it's like you can't rinse and wash and think that your hands are clean. Like a lot of people, there's a lot of people I would not like.
How do you feel about washing your hands and then touching the door?
So I always try to get an extra paper towel to touch the door.
For sure.
You know, because it's like
that's where all the bacteria is.
That's where all the bacteria is.
The people that didn't wash their hands.
Wash their hands.
It all goes there.
Crazy.
Well,
yeah.
Cheers to washing your hands.
Cheers to
washing your hands. Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's what we're gonna call it.
No, but
okay.
This is the Chop Up Podcast. We got Big L in the building.
Yeah.
Of course, you got Olivia, and we have our very special guest and artist, photographer, homie.
Yes.
We got Brandon Brown.
What's good? Thank you.
How you feeling?
Excuse me. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I feel good. This is my first podcast.
Yay!
The lights are definitely bright, so yeah.
And it's hot.
And it's hot.
Yeah. But it's cool though.
But thank you guys for having me.
Of course. Yeah. Like describing the podcast, I always said like I kick it with a group of like dope artistic individuals of all sorts of mediums, you know, whether they're photographers, DJs, actors, writers, and everything like that. Like, we got a pretty dope, little crew going and everything like that. So I was like, damn, let's record this and see what's up.
For sure. I love it.
We got a little vibe going and everything like that. So, let's get it.
Dealers. No? I'm just
just putting niggas on blast. Damn. But yeah.
Sometimes.
You just got back from vacation.
I did.
How was that?
Wonderful. I feel relaxed. Turks and Caicos.
Turks.
3 hours away or less.
Word?
Yeah, man.
I never been.
Parking my car at the airport. Got there. Resort's 15 minutes from the airport. I was in the,
that's easy.
Beach in 4 hours.
4 hours. I know that's right.
4 hours from my house, man. It was nice.
Yeah. How was the resort?
Beautiful. We stayed in this resort, Waimara. It was just, they take care of everything.
Yeah.
You can get a butler.
Okay.
Right. So when you check in, they take your bags and they take out all your luggages.
Okay.
Put it in your shit.
Oh, they do it for you.
Then, sir, do you want me to iron your clothes that you're gonna wear for tonight? Do you know what you're gonna wear? If you don't, I'll pick it out for you.
Oh wow.
Yo, it's nice.
Crazy.
It's nice. So it's a nice experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right.
You gonna let another man pick out your clothes?
Well, it's already been picked out. So if you don't get that right, it's already, it's all. This goes with these pants. It's already. Yeah. He can't mess it up.
Why you try to throw shade like that?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
But nah, he didn't pick my clothes.
He wouldn't let nobody pick out his clothes anyway.
But it's been picked.
He was like, I got style. He was like, he can't fuck that up. All right, ready to get into it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. South Park opened with season 27 on Trump's helmet. So you know how they used to put Saddam Hussein in bed with the devil?
Yeah.
They put Trump in that bitch.
Gaddafi. Everybody.
Everybody. But they put Trump, and basically the entire episode was just ragging on him.
Wow.
Rightfully so.
Well,
because we're in like the bad part of the ghetto. as far as the American government. Like, everything that's going on right now is crazy, and they should get on this helmet.
Yeah.
They talk about everybody else.
Yeah, everybody.
They talk about everybody else, but him in particular, that was definitely a must-see.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it?
I have. I've seen it. Yeah.
Damn.
That's... Hey, man.
But didn't they sign like a $1 billion deal or something?
They sound like they have...
Which is crazy.
First of all, for the two people that, well, of course, the two guys that make South Park, they have pissed a lot of people off. But for them to come up on like $1 billion deal, yeah, you made somebody feel good about it. Like, hey, let's get it. But they got like a cult following. Like,
for sure.
South Park has been out since I was in what? Like
middle school.
At least middle school.
I feel like that, middle school.
But
yeah, when did South Park start?
It's been longer than like 20 years.
They're in season 27.
27. Okay.
So
98.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh.
98.
98's crazy.
That's crazy. Like the influence that they've had on American pop culture. Goodness gracious. They made people like Eminem.
Yeah.
like I said in the last episode, like when Eminem came out, that was probably the worst time for him to come out. Like adolescence, you're highly influenced by television and everything like that. And yeah,
I mean, the culture just overall, and the generation was just like so different because there wasn't any like social media, but then you have this one show that's just like influencing just kind of like everybody. I mean, like everybody remembers like, oh my God, Kenny's dead. Like, you know what I mean? Just like this, he didn't say anything, but he just had this orange puffer on, like in Cartman. You know what I mean? Just kind of like.
But you knew exactly what Kenny was talking about,
100%.
And for some reason, like he was the rational one out of them kids.
Yeah.
And for some reason, every episode Kenny gotta die. Damn. But yeah, I can't wait to see what else they come up with though. All right, so you guys heard about the Michael Jackson biopic?
Yes, I have.
I haven't, but I was thinking about it earlier. Like, I feel like he has to have like the most biopics like ever. Like, there are like so many. Like, I feel like there should only be one, and like that's it. You don't get to do like 6 or 7 redos.
See, I think the one that everybody references is the Jackson's American Dream, where they talk about Joe and how him and Catherine Jackson. Yeah. I almost forgot that lady's name. That would have been blasphemy. But about him and how him and Catherine met, and then like coming up, like having the Jacksons like come up and everything like that. Yeah. Everybody references that movie, but I think like all the rest of them were like fly by night episodes. But we needed like a feature film.
So this one's gonna be a feature film.
His nephew Jafar is playing him.
Oh, wow.
I think that's Tito's son. Jermaine's son.
Jermaine.
Yeah. It's crazy. But they pushed it back to April 2026. It was supposed to come out in it was supposed to come out in Christmas. But they pushed it back because I guess it's supposed to be like a really long movie, and rightfully so. Like I can see it being in like 3 hours or something like that. But they're also going to make references to like all the allegations and stuff like that. So, and I guess a accuser in particular is like, hold up, I don't think I want to talk about this on film. So that's being held back. But Jafar Jackson is playing Michael Jackson. Nia Long is playing Catherine.
Nia Long's in it?
Yeah. Nia Long is going to play his mom. Hallie from Chloe and Hallie.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's playing Janet.
Oh.
Who's playing Joe?
Coleman in England.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that. I can see him doing that.
Okay. That's sick.
He would be a good.
That's good casting.
Actually, that is good casting. This is going to be
for sure.
Like Oscar buzz all up and through. So, but honestly, And I get that it is part of, you know, what is Michael Jackson, like, other than the king of pop and everything like that, because, you know, those allegations and those, you know, court hearings and everything was, like, all over. Like, it was about as big as, you know, this whole Diddy situation. Sure. Like, they had that courthouse packed. Mm-hmm. But at the same time...
Also, maybe even bigger than Diddy.
Yeah,
I feel like it was on like 24/7. Like,
yeah, it was definitely like it was like big news, big news. But I don't know if they're doing it for like dramatic feels or anything like that. Like, I get that it's a part of the story, but there's still a great deal of like the fan base. Like, who wants to? I don't really want to dwell on that. I still haven't watched the documentary or the Finding Neverland. I've never watched it. You're not gonna ruin my outlook on Michael Jackson. You can't. But
one of the greatest entertainers, singers alive.
King of Pop,
dog.
I wonder how they're even gonna like portray it or anything. Like,
I still get like goosebumps if I'm like scrolling through Instagram and it just so happens I see like a Michael Jackson. He's just kind of like controlling the crowd and he's just standing there, and then like a stadium full of people are just like going crazy, and then like people are fainting, like
people were really like losing their breath over this man. My favorite Michael Jackson, I think it would probably like be Thriller, Beat It, Michael Jackson,
Beat It,
Off the Wall, Michael Jackson.
Off the Wall is my favorite album.
Yeah.
It's probably the least, you know, popular, but Off the Wall was my favorite.
Off the Wall, that definitely had cuts, but Thriller
album, that's the one. But
man,
Off the Wall is still, it's my,
yeah. But even like me, like, of course I'm more of a Prince fan, but I'm never going to deny like his catalog or anything like that.
I can't say anything, man.
But Moonwalker, like, I can't even lie, that probably took care of me as a kid. Like, if my mom needed to get some shit done, all she had to do was put on Moonwalker, and I'm glued to the TV.
Wait, which was Moonwalker the one where he was getting like chased and like he wouldn't do like different like bro, I got that VHS for like Christmas. Like, I'll never forget, I got it for like Christmas, and it was like the first time I had seen the video for like Speed Demon. That shit like blew my mind. I was like, yo, this Speed Demon is one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, but also just like the animation with it as well. It was just like,
I think animation, especially like, what was that, 89, 90?
Yeah, that was early. It was like claymations kind of, but like,
nobody really does claymations anymore. I don't think I've seen like a actual like demonstration of claymation since like Robot Chicken.
Yeah, or even Celebrity Deathmatch was, I think that was claymation. I'm not sure. Yeah, that was like claymation.
That was
crazy in itself.
Man, but the way, like, he really made movies with
his videos,
music videos. Yeah. Seriously, because I don't think I've ever seen a bad Michael Jackson video. No, even if it was even if it was to a song that I really didn't particularly like, those videos.
Yeah.
Like, crazy
for sure.
I think my favorite is Remember the Time, though.
Yeah, that's the one. Was that Eddie Murphy?
Iman. I think
the choreography was sick too.
Yeah, the choreography was crazy. John Singleton was the director. Yeah, that was dope. But I'll definitely be buying my tickets to that. That's probably a movie that I'll actually go in and watch, because I don't go see movies a lot. Like, I went and saw Sinners.
You didn't see that in the black box I gave you?
No, I didn't watch it. Well, no, I tried to watch it, but then it started going into French, and then it wasn't like fully on the internet yet. But now I can watch it.
Man, yeah, it's a good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but yeah,
I love that that little black box. God bless you. God bless you with my illegal streaming. So I don't know if you guys indulge in reality television. Like Housewives.
Not so much.
Nah.
Not so much.
I mean, I'm a little messy
Catch us up. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? What's up?
So on Basketball Wives,
Basketball Wives.
yeah, Basketball Wives,
Okay.
Jackie Christie and her daughter Chantel Christie. Basically, Jackie socked the shit out of her on national television.
Her mom or her daughter?
Her daughter. She socked her daughter.
In the face?
Like in the face.
In the face! I like it.
Of course you like it. You messy man.
So are the Christies, is that Doug Christie's
That's Doug Christie's wife.
Doug Christie's
and
wife.
His
and
daughter.
his daughter. Okay.
They've always had kind of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been watching Basketball Wives since the beginning. That is one thing that I will indulge in, is these housewives. They're so messy and they're so catty and everything
I had
like
them as a
that.
client.
But I'm not about to risk my daughter. Like, family business is family business. Like, I personally don't think Chantel should have even been on the show with her mom, for the simple fact that, like, you guys already have kind of peculiar relationship with one another. And, like, everybody knows you really don't fuck with her. So, the way your mom acts on this show, away from you guys, is probably totally different than how she acts when it's just you guys in the family. Like, Jackie is very, very drama-filled.
Why
Like,
she soccer though? What was the reason?
so, the reason why basically, Chantel they were in Hawaii on a girls' trip. Everything had already gone to shit. So Chantel got into her mind. She was like, you know what? I'm not fucking with you no more. So she went to her mom's room to tell her, yeah, I'm not talking to you no more. You don't have any rights to my kids.
Right.
You're trying to tell people that you want to talk to me about the issues that we have, but only on your YouTube show. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I mean, that would be a reason for me to not talk to somebody. Like, my mom, like, that's something that we would just have to work out. Like, no, I'm not going on your show, but we do need to have a conversation about this. We need to talk. But she was like, okay, fine, cool. That's all good. So as she's walking out, Jackie's talking. She was like, yeah, the exit's that way. The exit's that way. It's very good that you're leaving this conversation right now. This girl turns around and is walking back towards her mom like, what did you say? Like, do you actually think that this is okay for you to be doing? Like, you were already walking out of the door. Why did you come back?
The daughter.
What did you come back for?
And then she got punched.
Yeah, that's when she got punched. You were already walking out the door. You were retreating. And then you decided to go back in society? If you were to try to press charges against your mom, those charges would have been dropped for the simple fact that you were retreating and then you decided to come back.
Yeah, because that feels like an attack. It feels like you're attacking now.
It's self-defense now.
Yeah,
And
back up.
Sometimes
I'll push you in your shoulder. Sometimes you might get tapped in the chin.
Right.
So,
like, I stopped getting whoopings and stuff from my mom when I was, I want to say, in like the 6th, 7th grade. As far as like actual whoopings.
I still get spanked by my mama.
But as far as intimidation tactics, oh yeah,
till the day I die,
like a couple times. But me knowing my mom and me having that respect for her, like I will always retreat. Like, hey, you got it, big dog. Look, I'm not gonna want no
5 feet tall,
smoke,
man.
she might sock me.
Yep. And then what are you gonna do? You gonna punch back? You can't punch back.
How am I gonna hit my mom back?
That's right.
I feel like it's so like multi-layered though. Like the fact that like the daughter came back, felt like she had to come back, and then the mom socking her daughter, which is like it's one thing to like. It's one thing to have like self-control, right? You know what I mean? Like nobody could ever make me do something that like I don't want to do. But like I felt like the mom probably was already like waiting to do this, or they probably had gotten to like fights before. So this wasn't nothing new. We had this is the first time we had seen something like this.
Yeah.
Because to just hit your own flesh and blood like this, especially like your child, to like sock them the way that you said that she got socked, it's just kind of like, okay, like maybe this has been done before. But also it's embarrassing because now this is on national television like forever, and like you got to live with getting socked by your own mama.
Right, and I totally agree
and
with
then
that.
like how do you kind of like repair that and come back for that? For me, like I don't know if I ever would be able to come back for that. Like we couldn't repair that situation, but it's just like I don't know, man. It, like that. I feel like reality TV is just like taking people to just like places that they never even like thought, but it's just like
They're pressing their buttons.
There's no morality anymore,
no.
you know, because it's like, okay, like I get reality TV is full of drama, it's full of mess, it's full of ratchetness and all that shit, but there should be a line drawn when it comes to like family stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And real talk, like I'm pretty sure Jackie, because for as long as I've watched the show, there's been a couple of times where a couple of them chicks then went behind her back and started talking to her daughters and talking to her husband and her family and everything like that. And it's just like, you guys are crossing lines that really don't need to be crossed for real, for real. Like, what are you doing going behind my back talking to my kid for?
Yeah.
You know? And if all of this, you know, mess is like on the internet and everything like that, let that shit be on the internet. Or if we're going to talk about it amongst us, then let it be amongst us. But you don't need to be talking to my kid or no shit like that, you know? And just like you were saying, like, how do they even like go about repairing this? Or like, how do you even go back to what it was? Like, you literally just punched your daughter on national television.
You can't come back for that.
And now you might not have a relationship with her or her kids.
And then like, not to put it like this, but like, obviously like, Jackie has to remember like, you're getting older, like you're gonna need somebody to take care of you eventually. And like who, I don't know if she has other children or not, but like.
Yeah, I think she has 3 kids. Okay. They got 3 kids together.
Hopefully that she has a great relationship with the other 2, but yeah, and I think the biggest thing, and I'll just leave it like this, the biggest thing for me is just kind of like the influence that like these shows have, because now who's to say that like a young mom or older mom, because they can be influenced as well, doesn't see this and think, oh, like, so they do it, so then we can do it too. You know what I mean? Like the influence that like this has, it's just like, it's just bad. And then especially like for our community, like it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all.
It doesn't look good in our community. And I know, like, I've encountered, like, toxic mother-daughter relationships. And, like, off television, like, yeah, this shit can get real, real bad. But it's like, in those situations, like, they've been like, okay, like, this went too fucking far. Yeah. Like, let's sit down, let's talk about this, let's get some counseling, let's go to a psychiatrist and, like, figure out what this deep-rooted issue is. But that, and then everybody knows your business, child.
I mean, television is a hell of a job, man.
Okay, television, the internet, social media, like, all this shit. Ooh, yeah. But it's, at the end of the day, it's all... They're making this into something for something that's not even real. Like the internet isn't even like a real thing. It's been overhyped and over publicized just because everybody has access to it, and now that everybody is in their screens.
Well,
and
that's the thing. It's just like, pardon my language, but nobody gives a fuck about what y'all going through right now. We got, but it's just like what has been fed to us. Like nobody, y'all. I'm assuming y'all are rich, but like I can't consume rich people family problems. Like that ain't
right. Like, dude, I'm living in New York, doing my damn best. You guys are fine. Yeah. Okay, if you want to hit your mom, or if your mom wants to hit you, can you guys just leave it off the internet and leave it off the screen? Like, y'all could have had that conversation without them fucking cameras, but I guess you better not put your hands on Hero.
Oh, hell no. I tell you, I'll be scaring them, though.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, intimidation tactics. That's what parents will lean on. What? You think I won't do nothing to you? I'm not. But I want you to think I will, and I believe you, because I don't know if you will or not. You know, that's how
You know,
Crazy parents be.
Because sometimes, you know, I'll just hit the pillow. I'm like, what? Hit the pillow. Wow. You see this pillow right here? I'm just playing.
Crazy.
So, news, right?
Yeah, man. Mass shooting in Manhattan leaves 4 dead, including an NYPD officer.
Terrible, man. Hey,
Crazy.
Hey, this don't happen to New York, man. We got gun laws here. Like,
They're tight.
I support our laws here, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This guy, I know a little bit about it because you know,
Yeah.
somewhat connected there, but he came from Las Vegas.
27 years old.
Las Vegas.
He came from
Vegas. Drove from Vegas.
He drove.
He drove straight. You can't get that gun here.
I mean, I know that. Yeah.
You can't have that here.
Yeah.
But in Vegas, it's like the Wild Wild West out there. Anybody can get a
I'm
gun
pretty
there.
sure it's open carry.
And he's open, and he has a license to carry. But you know, he has problems in his head. Like he has history. How do you get? How do they pass you over there? What's up with that state?
So I was confused, not to cut you off. I was confused because I had seen a report that said that like he was trying to go to like the NFL offices.
That's right.
And he said he had CTE.
Yeah.
So was he a football player? That's what I'm confused about.
I guess he thought that he could be, or they gave, I don't know that story.
Yeah.
But he was trying to, because NFL's there.
Yeah, he was
trying to
get to that.
And then he just got on the wrong elevator. And then he got into the Blackstone floor and started shooting there. So, yeah, he shot a woman in her 40s. She's part of the.
She was like the lead, right? Or
yeah,
like
man. She's under like Schwartz and the Top Dogs in there. John Gray. She's like mentored by those people, by the Top Dogs, and then she's part of the Met. She's in the board. To get on that board, you need to donate. Yeah. Like not 100,000. You need to donate some money.
Yeah.
She got paper.
Right. Yeah.
And then so now, John Gray and this guy Schwartz, they're all connected to like politics and presidents. They put people up there because they got that much.
They have the bread.
Yeah. Now one of their people got killed.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they're gonna do this time. Are you gonna take this shit seriously? This whole gun thing, like, because you can't be just a separate state and then you can go from state to state. You went through several states.
The entire nation.
He went to the West Coast, to the Midwest.
Yes.
Just to get to New York.
That's right. That's what he did. And brought a big ass gun.
That shit was huge.
Our police here can't even fight.
They can't even use it.
Because they got 9mm over here. And
you got somebody who
and what he got, those bullets won't go through their vest. So they gotta wait. Yeah. They gotta sit that shit out. They gotta wait for swap.
Yeah.
It's a whole you see?
But I kind of feel like it's weird that there aren't more security guards, especially in those big top dog buildings in the city.
Yo, I was sorry. Go ahead. Go.
No, why aren't at least half of them armed?
I was saying.
Oh, there's a lot of security in there. I've been in that building.
Yeah, there's a lot of security in a couple of these buildings. Like you got to go through the little gates.
The turnstiles.
Yeah, you got to go through turnstiles just to get on the elevator, and like can't nobody just be in there? Like I was trying to talk on the phone to get out the city noise and everything like that. They were like, excuse me, you can't talk on the phone in here. You got to go back outside. And I'm like, oh well, damn.
I feel like what they're gonna do now is what they should have been doing. It's like when you enter an arena, like you need to like go do like the body scanner or whatever it is before we go to like the Barclays, like the metal detectors, like. Yeah. I think that is definitely a wake-up call.
Well, I want to see the video, though, on how he went in there, because I know there's a lot of security in there, and I know I think he shot a security, too, right?
He did.
Yeah, he shot a security guard.
That means he pulled out this big-ass gun.
But he was already holding it as he was walking. It was already out, because I saw the video where people were saying that they were already running. So I saw the gun was like as big as his leg.
Yeah, it's an AK. Yeah.
Dude, they had like... He left behind the bag for the gun just randomly just on the side of the street. And on the cameras, you can see him just casually just walking in there. And it's a crowded street over there.
I want to see him holding that gun, and when he started shooting I want to see the whole shebang.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he aired that whole lobby out.
Oh, I know. I want to see. because I want to see what happened to make those security guards disappear. Because some of them have guns, not all of them.
I mean, just imagine like you are a security guard, but you ain't been trained to like deal with something
like that,
and then you just don't think that that's gonna happen to you until like
even police are not trained to go after somebody with an automatic weapon. I don't know.
Which is considering where we live and what's happened and everything like that from
we're good in
all
New York.
these mass shootings in these schools.
This doesn't happen in New York though.
Is it ice?
Yeah, but this doesn't happen in New York.
It doesn't happen in New York.
Vegas just had one. Remember that shooting?
But worse has happened in New York, though.
The one that happened in Vegas, when they had that rooftop dude shooting at everybody at the concert. Remember that? Another one.
Right.
Vegas is just...
Vegas had one in 2017, 2018, where they aired out the whole country little festival.
That's right.
From the Trump Tower.
That's right.
From the Trump Casino and Resort.
Their access to weapons is different.
It's pretty different. It's different on the West Coast just in general. Like, Washington is open carry. So, like, it just needs to be acknowledged. Like, if it's open carry, we have to actually see it on you.
Yeah.
Just so we can know you do have a gun.
Yeah.
But out here, it don't even got to be mine. And if it's sitting right in between us, one of us is going to jail for at least 8 years just for sitting next to the gun.
Speaking of AK, look at that one. AK. That is...
Oh, snap, that's the lamp?
Yes. That is an AK lamp.
Crazy!
Yeah, that's a original 60s lamp. Floss. That thing is worth
this
like
is hard.
Yeah, man. You know where that came from? That came from like a 80-year-old lady that's had that for like 40 years, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
there's no right. Yeah, and her style is just different. Her house is beautiful. Yeah.
I can see it being like a kind of an Art Deco kind of situation.
Yeah, she had all kinds of art. She had like Warhol shit in her house.
Nice.
Speaking of art, yeah. Let's pay some bills first.
For real. Yeah. What we got?
We got some. We got this chair here, and that chair you're sitting on is a Valdimir Kagan. And the website just came in. We haven't priced it yet, but check out the website Recyclo NYC. Should be in there in about a couple. Should be by the time this episode comes out. It should be there.
Yep.
Next one is this Finn Yule coffee table, side table. One of my favorite designers. It's $2,000. Usually this thing is like 4 racks, 4,000. Check out the website. And since Brandon's here, he'll talk more about his art. We are also selling one of his pieces right there, the one right above Olivia. How old is Abby? Like 8 years old?
It's about like 8 years old. This is from one of my first projects, one of my first series called String Theory. So, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's on our website too. A lot of stagers, designers like your stuff, man. They, they like your stuff.
Appreciate it.
And that's my bills. I'm good to go.
Recyclo NYC. Hit him up on Instagram. Hit up the website for everything we got on here. So, man, after everything that's been happening in 2025, we unfortunately had to say goodbye to our big brother,
Theo,
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
R.I.P.
Man, I was literally just scrolling. Yeah, that's usually how we find out about these, but I was scrolling through my phone at work, and I was hoping it was like something about his show or maybe a movie. Because lately when they've been posting people, it's because something's coming out. Like, ooh, yay. And when it said that Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, like, I dropped my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
terrible.
My coworkers just sit next to me.
He's not sick. I think I know how he passed.
He drowned.
Drowned trying to save his daughter.
No, they were out swimming.
He tried to save his daughter. His daughter survived. Got saved by the lifeguards. And
he got swept up in the
and,
current.
he got taken away trying to make sure she got in. Yes, gave up his life for his daughter.
I mean, actually,
I don't know if I read that right, but from my first read, that's what I heard. That's what I saw.
it's just, I mean, the
As a parent,
Yeah. For
anything.
sure.
I get it.
100%.
I get it. I get what he did.
It's just one of those things that you just kind of like you don't think about, but you just like, oh, wait, what? He died? He passed away?
Gone.
But and then he drowned? It's kind of like, it's like not
all of a sudden.
from like natural causes, but like,
Like, what do you mean? He
that's what I was like, what do you mean he drowned? Like, what does that mean?
He's a strong swimmer.
Yeah.
He should be, and that's why he's able to help his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't like,
Yeah. So
I don't know. Yeah, you guys should look this up. I think that's what happened. That's what I read.
Wow.
It's
Right.
just it's so sad because of course we never know when this type of
For sure.
shit happens. We never know when it's coming and everything. But it's like, like Malcolm Jamal, Theo's really gone.
Yeah. Yes.
Really,
Yeah.
I was gonna wear my Gordon Gartrell today. I ain't even gonna hold you. But
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I did see in the news? I know it's not in our
so
program.
crazy. It's
It's
so
Deion
crazy.
Sanders. And
bladder cancer.
yes, and then
And we didn't even find out about it
than
until
the whole thing
just
is the whole
before.
time he's dating Carucci.
Whoa, and that definitely
The whole
hit
time.
me.
'Cause
That
I was like-
definitely hit me from left field. I was like,
what
wait,
is it?
what? Hold
'Cause
on.
I wasn't sure
So
what
you
was
just gonna pop
happening.
up on my feed
Yes.
at his bedside. You were there the whole time, this whole time,
no,
and you come to find out y'all
But she's
been
not
together
young.
for a minute.
She's not like a baby. She's not like a 22-year-old, 27.
But he
She's
ain't no
40. She's
young-
30, 38.
Every time I think about
Are we the same age?
every time I think about Carucci, I think about this Chris Brown
Carucci is
song.
not a child.
Yeah.
Where he like screamed Carucci's name really loud.
How old is Chris Brown now?
Chris Brown is 30.
He could be like 35.
36.
Yeah.
She's older than him.
I think it just took everybody by surprise. But just like that became more important than the battle with cancer that Deion Sanders is going through. Everybody was like, okay, this is cool, but like,
And that's what's so crazy,
that's
'cause
what's
it
crazy,
And they
right?
just shows up like, wait, what's happened?
What?
Is she dating his son?
Yeah.
Or is she? Then hold on, let me think about this. I think she old. Yeah, it's cool because he's how old is
Deion
60s?
Sanders
You gotta be in the
is
60s.
he's got to
60s?
be at least 63. 62.
And she's 39, 38 maybe.
I want to say we're about the same age.
I'm saying.
But
She's
yeah,
not-
that
she's
is
not-
crazy how
she's
that
a
was the
grown-up.
forerunning of
She's a
that whole
grown-up. She
situation.
knows what
And
she's
this
doing.
guy's fighting for his life with bladder cancer. Really?
Crazy.
Crazy. See, this goddamn internet. It's crazy. But there's a lot going on. Like,
It is a lot.
fellas, get
Hey.
checked out for everything.
That's right.
Ladies, get checked
You
out
should.
for everything.
100%.
Learn how to swim. Learn how to swim.
You can't stop that.
But
Happened to him.
No, you can stop it, but
You can't be the current dog.
you can't be
You
the
can't
current.
be the current.
You gotta just float.
You gotta-
Let
See,
me tell you
me
something. If
personally-
you ever get caught in the current, just try to float. Go with it. It'll take you out there. You know what? It'll feel like 3 hours, 2 hours. It's 10 minutes that you're out there. It'll take you out there far. But after that shit passes, just go swim sideways. Sideways. Don't go towards the shore.
Yeah.
Go sideways.
Yeah.
Right? I've been caught many times. I surf. So
You made a good point though, but
Yeah,
learn how to swim.
learn how to swim.
now, even if you're good,
Yeah,
yo,
even no,
when
I'm just
that
saying in
current
general,
comes,
learn how to swim. If you want to get in the
you
water,
gotta face that
You-
thing, man.
learn how
Look.
to swim.
Try to float.
Yeah.
Just float.
Yeah,
Float for a second, and then when it's done, then try to swim again.
Yeah.
Don't rush it. Just because either or, lifeguard's gonna see you
Yeah.
and they're gonna save you.
yeah.
If you're just floating there, but if you try to fight that shit, you're just gonna lose all your energy and you're gonna sink.
Your body just gonna go.
Yeah, you don't want it to give out, but yeah.
No, but he
Yeah,
helped his
it's
daughter,
important
though.
to learn to swim,
Yeah.
especially, in our community, a lot of us don't know how to swim. I'm not the strongest swimmer. That's why when I go on vacation, I'm getting waist deep, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm in the water. I'm not about to be swimming or nothing unless I got like a little.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
Like
lie.
if we can go snorkeling.
I love testing the waters.
yeah. We jumping like deep ass water.
Yeah.
We'll jump off a boat, 30 feet, 100 feet. We don't care.
I'll
We'll
jump
in the
off a
ocean.
boat with a vest on.
For sure.
I need to come right back
Oh, I don't like that. They try to do that to me. I was like, I'm not jumping off unless
Listen.
because they're like, you need the vest.
Well,
Like,
nah,
nope,
I
I
ain't
can't do
got
that because that might make me
It choke
panic.
you,
Yeah,
just like,
that's gonna make me jump. Like, I don't
for
do
sure.
that. I know how to swim.
I just know with the vest on, I'm not gonna go that deep. I'm just come right back up like a million.
Like a buoy.
You know, I'm okay with that. I can like swim in deep water, but I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'll be in the water, you know, with a cocktail
Yeah,
and a
Yeah,
joint.
that's even better than being about that deep.
Exactly. And you're just like, hey, come out and
Yeah.
swim, Olivia. I'm okay.
Oh, on the side loaded. Cheers.
On the side lit, but
Yeah.
man,
Let's talk about music.
prayers to Deion Sanders
Yeah.
and his recovery, and prayers to Malcolm Jamal Warner and his family, his wife, his daughter, his mom, his father, everybody that knew him, everybody that got to experience him. Man, we didn't take a L. But let's get into this music real quick.
Tyler.
Tyler drops Don't Tap the Glass.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
And he announced it at his sold out Barclay show.
Yeah.
I was really trying to get tickets to that, but
Yo, he's
like they were gone.
he's party time, dog.
Like the only seats that were available were like nosebleeds, like way up in the corner where you could probably barely see the stage, and I'm not going out like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not going out like that. But he threw a party at $10 a pop to play the album for everybody
That's nice.
out in
That's
Brooklyn.
solid, bro.
Like,
nice.
Like, I wish more like artists did that.
I want people to start doing that some more.
And not even to
Yeah, they got
to count his
There you go.
pockets.
Oh.
Because I'm sure he's well off. So not to count your pockets, Tyler, but like
Yeah.
to like do a party for like $10 is like that's sick. Like that's sick.
That's how I know he really don't even care about the money like that.
And just
like
think how many
he wants to
people-
make good music.
Yeah, I saw.
Think how many like people who like Tyler and then their friends like were like, hey, like I'm going to this Tyler Creator concert. You never heard of him? Like, come $10 a pop. Cool, we got $10. Like, let's go. And then like you're like, oh,
Now you're a fan.
Now you're a fan.
Yeah.
That's what happened with me. I became a fan of Tyler at the 2018 Afropunk. I saw him. I saw Erykah Badu, Janelle Monáe, Pusha T. That was when Daytona came out. He pointed at me in the crowd. Swear.
Okay.
Yeah, he saw me too. But yeah, I saw Tyler Creator at Afropunk right here in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this little boy's weird, but I like him.
Yeah, the thing
Like Odd Future and all
Yeah.
those guys. Like after
yeah.
you get cool, like after you like somebody, especially their music, you'll start going down the rabbit hole. Like, who are you? Who are you associated with, and everything like that. Like,
I became a fan of Tyler's like a while ago. Not even a while ago, but maybe like a few years ago. And it was around the time he dropped I forget the mixtape, but it's I think it was Goblin or whatever. This is when like they were still kind of like making noise that's like Odd Future, but it was just like dope to like see this like young like black kid who I'm older than, but like just like rap about like shit that typically if you're not rapping about drugs and you're from like the hood, obviously he's from the West Coast, but if you are rapping about like the typical things, like you kind of get like whatever, and that's why you always say it's like the weird kid who da 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 da. Just like yo, like this guy is just like rapping about shit that like is cool to me as also being like an artistic guy myself, like being able to like relate to that, even though some of the content was kind of like crazy, but it was still just like yo, like this shit is like dope. And from that, like I also became like a big fan of like Earl Sweatshirt, the whole Odd Future camp. Like yeah, like seeing his growth is impressive.
yeah, his evolution, because I feel like everything that I've listened to from him, I'm getting a whole different Tyler.
And that's how it should
and
be.
I like the
As an
evolution.
artist, there should be an evolution.
Right. And a lot of people can relate to him, but I related to him most on this last album, Chromacopia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, getting older, thinking about if you're going to have kids, you know, my relationship with my father, you know, shit like that, relationships, and how do you maneuver through that? Do I want to be with one person? Do I want to be with maybe two? You know, like, I was like, damn, like, I might be older than you because I'm about to be 39 at the end of the year. And sometimes I look at those guys and be like, yeah, these young ass dudes, but they're not that much younger than me. And they think about this type of shit too. And I'd be like, damn, like, I'm glad I can identify with you. You a little odd, but, you know, I fuck with it.
Hey, man.
And it's good ass music. This, especially
nice
this album, like, he made a rap album for the dancers.
Yeah, it's just...
He literally said on the flyer, do not come if you are not going to dance.
Somebody getting served.
And yeah, me and Giovanna were talking about it, and we definitely had a sense of FOMO that we didn't go. But, you know, we the old hoes in the club now. Like, we could be out here dancing with y'all, bumping and shit. I need personal space. I need air. Like, 'cause I be getting mad when I be going to shows in the park. I'll be like, like,
I just
why do you have me on me?
We're outside. Why are you next to me?
Why are you next to me?
We're
Like, right
outside.
here. This is how you get COVID. This is exactly how you guys got COVID, and I wish it was still illegal for you guys to be by me. But I wanted to go back outside.
You miss COVID.
I do.
Oh,
I really do. Oh my gosh, that 6 foot rule. I wish we just had the 6 foot rule. To be honest with you,
in COVID, yo.
Man, look.
We all
okay,
did.
they knew me by name at the dispensary. Okay, we cooked all our meals.
I got to watch a lot of movies, man. It was nice.
Oh man, I watched Black is King like 12 times.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my gosh, music video movies.
Yeah,
that's the future.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, because Beyonce, she just does her fucking thing with these movie videos.
Not to get off topic, but since you brought it up, one of the best groups who had the best music movie videos is Drew Hill.
Yeah.
I stand by that. Like, they have one of the best music movie like videos. Like, something, I mean, even like Missy Elliott too. Like, if it came to like a theme, like that theme would like match like the music video. And I feel like
they definitely had a lot of plot.
Since you brought up Drew Hill, right? Yo, Cisco.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
My top 5 vocalist. Let me just say this.
Whoa, hold up.
You should listen to his vocals. Promise.
No, he can sing.
Let me throw something in there.
He can fucking sing.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Unleash the Dragon is one of the best.
That was like 6th grade.
All the thong shit. Yo, dog, listen to his songs.
Yeah, he can sing.
He can sing.
No, he definitely
he's
can
a vocalist.
Sing. I will never
before
ever
all this,
him of that.
before the thong shit. Yo, he's a vocalist.
Yeah, Drew Hill was really one of those groups that everybody. Well, I'll say 3 out of the 4 could sing.
I might be biased because I'm from Maryland and they're from Maryland as well. Yeah. So, but yeah,
I didn't know that. I
didn't even know that.
I didn't know that. This is just wow.
Let me double check that. I know for sure they're from Maryland.
Yeah.
Man, but yeah, shout out to Tyler. Don't Tap the Glass is dope. Jim Jones drops a diss track.
Capo.
To the Clips. Not just Pusha T, the Clips. I want to know what Malice did. Just because that's his brother?
Can I just say something else, please? Sorry. This is the Chop It Up podcast, so I'm going to just chop it up.
Bro. Do you?
I'm not going to say I wasn't, but I'm still a fan of, like, Jim Jones. I used to be a big fan of Jim Jones, like, way back in high school, which leads me to say I'm a big fan of the Diplomats. I grew up with
you are. I know this. I know this for sure.
Diplomats was high school for me.
I have Dipset gear. I have a Cam, 2 Cam t-shirts. So when I say this, it's not me just like saying, but Jim Jones' first album, On My Way to Church, is a classic. Like, it is a classic. This is before Jim was rapping about the jewels, the cars. This is when probably then, like, he had no money, so he was just rapping about New York street shit, politics, da-da-da-da. I heard the song. Yeah. I thought it was dope. Like, the flow was dope, the beat was dope, but it's also like, what are we getting at now?
That's what I've been asking this whole time. Because to be honest with you, Pusha's not going to respond to you.
He doesn't need to.
He don't need to, but also...
You're throwing rocks at the throne, man. What's up?
And then he also took a shot at Malice, which I was like...
Why are you calling him a crackhead?
Yeah, that was
You're wild for that.
That was wild.
You're wild for that.
Throwing rocks at it, man. Yeah,
like you're really I'm
retaliation.
Exactly. Yeah. Like look, I too am a fan of Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Like he's actually my favorite out of the Diplomats. Okay. You know, not only can he rap, but he performs too. The versus battle disappointed me. Like crazy, because I felt like he was the only one in there like ready.
Well, did you know the backstory behind this?
No.
Okay, so real quick, so Cam was talking about it on his podcast, and he was saying how he did not want to do it. So it was supposed to be Dipset and the Lox. They were supposed to go on tour together. Apparently, paraphrasing, Jim was like, "Yo, Killer, like, please, let's do this show. We're gonna be at the Garden, like it's one of the biggest things." And Cam was like, "Yo, like, let's do it after."
I think I remember.
Yeah. And so like, I don't think that like Cam and Jewels and everybody else really wanted to be there to do it. Like, it was something that Cam was saying that like it was more so like Jim wanted to do it, and like he was just like they negotiated, they got the money, but Jimmy was pleading with Cam to like, let's do this versus, and Cam didn't really want to do it. He wanted to build up more hype after the tour that they went on with the Lox. And so that's probably why you see like a lackluster kind of like.
Because I would have never paid to go and see them if they went on tour after that. It's like, if that's how you perform.
Yeah, for sure.
It literally looked like Jim was the only one that was ready. And I was just like,
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Zeke was crazy.
He was going wild.
Crazy lit. He was all sweating and that was just crazy. But now that's like goes down in culture as like one of the craziest battles.
And it's sad because that's my crew. I love these guys, and I had to like sit there and watch it and be like, "Yo, like."
I didn't like that, but again, like I fuck with Jim. I really, really do. But what are you doing? I feel like a lot of rappers are like in it for are starting beefs just because of what was going on all of last year. All of 2024, Drake and Kendrick were all we fucking talked about. That whole battle, they made like it made a stamp in the culture that is hip hop. And I get there's a momentum with it and everything like that, but I don't think it's worth your artistry to try and start a beef that really isn't even worth having.
Well, I think I do believe it's that, but I also think like for Jim, well, not even speaking for him, but like it's like you have like there's a line of like lyricism, right? And like the clips are a staple that is always going to be a staple. Like, yeah, it's cool that like you went at them, but like you aren't at the level of like beefs where like this could be like career ending. I feel like it was kind of like a pit bull to like, I'm not going to use animal terms, but like I just feel like there's just like certain levels, right? Like Drake, Kendrick, Pusha, Drake, Nas, Jay-Z, but like you beefing with Pusha or the Clips doesn't move the needle, and it doesn't get people excited about. Because you can't tarnish the
It's
clips.
not a contribution to the culture.
It's not a contribution.
So here's what I see it as. So you know how in boxing, there's weight classes.
Yeah.
There's lightweight, welterweight, heavyweight, correct? If that's how it is.
Yeah.
You're not in your weight class.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's above his pay grade.
It's definitely above his pay grade. Go where you can dominate in your class, so that way you can get your weight up to get to that tier of where you can go at them, and them before you go at a rapper that has not only been respected for the past maybe 20, 25 years.
Gotcha.
Probably even longer than that, but...
So you want him to go against Cisco? Money, is that what you're saying? You have to just
but I'm saying it's just like dominate where you're at before you try to jump over levels and everything like that. I mean, it's good to aim high.
Yeah.
Because but David be Goliath.
I think what it does even more so for Jim is that like it gets us talking. It gets him in the algorithm, and it gets him more notice to like fans or whomever that like he may not have had before. So like it's good for him. Obviously, if you love rap, you kind of just like, all right, whatever. But then also what made me kind of feel like this guy has to be trolling is when he said like his body of work was like better than Nas, or like he was more relevant than Nas. And I'm like, if Nas never put out an album, you can never be more relevant than Nas. That's
First
the
of all,
godson. That's the godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
Humble yourself.
Man, don't leave it.
Humble yourself.
That's what we talking about.
That's top 3 right there.
That's Nostradamus.
Okay,
No,
that's
don't-
Nasir Jones.
Nah, don't even fuck with that.
Seriously,
That is
because
royalty right
and
there.
that was crazy.
That's royalty.
That was fucking crazy.
But it got people talking. So like,
it got people talking. So would you
He got
say
some
that was
clicks, though.
clout
He got some
chasing?
clicks.
And he said, I was
100%.
going for the clicks, right?
100%.
You see?
Thank you.
100%. Come
I'm
on.
glad folks can identify that it is clout chasing because
It is. He
some
did
folks
too.
are just like,
He admitted.
hey,
Hey,
like
also
I was just trolling a little bit. Like, why? Like, and how old are you?
shout out to Nas who might close
I
a casino in New York. I think he might. If you need
Oh, they're
photography,
trying to
though,
open the
come holler at
Caesar's
me.
Palace
Yeah, over there in Queens.
in
Queens.
Queens.
In Queens. You're on Queens.
Is it at Aqueduct or
Yeah.
I think? But he's I think
trying to
they're like
redo
bidding
that
right
whole
now.
thing. There's money over
There's
there.
money over there. I think Jay-Z is trying to do something in Times Square.
He
Yeah,
was
he's trying to do one in
trying to
Times
do-
Square.
Yeah. Because there's no casinos over there. It's like, you know,
There ain't nothing over there.
there's no.
Maybe besides shops and stuff.
They're-
But
they are
They
just-
clean that shit up.
yeah,
Man. Bring that back.
bring it back.
Bring Julian. Man, fuck Julian. He can't say that. He can't say that. I'm just playing. That Jada though, I like that.
Oh, that Jada
The
and
M80,
me.
I heard it on the way over there. That was dope.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Oh my
Like that.
gosh! And they're saying that, like the trend is right now, like the old,
Yeah.
like they're in the forefront now because it was only a matter of time where actually rapping got you somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you actually have to have talent, and not to bring this up again, but I think it had a lot to do with that beef. Because I'm not saying that Drake didn't come with what he had.
Sure.
Because one thing you can never deny is Drake's pen.
100%.
But what Kendrick did and like 619,
In LA.
Euphoria.
Yeah. I mean, I there's just like levels to just kind of like writing and then like craftsmanship and then like the thing that and not to go back on this beef, but the thing that like I appreciate about anybody who can like story tell or like that's writing about a beef is just like the layers where like this guy picked apart everything. Like it wasn't just like one thing. It was like
Everything.
this, and then we're going to talk about this. Okay, now we're going to talk about your family, and then we might talk about this, and then we're going to talk about
I did
how
not like Meet the
and that.
Grams.
I thought Meet the Grams was fire.
Meet the Grams. No, but the way he
It was so
did
cryptic.
it though.
It was
Like
the piano was just like
I don't know if it felt wrong for me to like it, to be honest with you, because you sat this man's mom down and told her that her son should die because of the way he is.
I mean, listen.
Don't talk to my mom.
But listen.
Don't talk to my mom.
No. It's worse than that. He talked to his son. He spoke to his son. He spoke to that boy's son.
Y'all about your
You can't
friends.
speak to my son, dog.
He was just like,
can't speak to my
Mom,
son.
don't talk to my son.
No,
Don't talk to my son.
Don't even look
Don't
at
son
him.
my son.
Don't
Do
even
not
look at
say
it. Don't
my
do
son.
not.
Don't talk to my son.
Oh,
I feel like
I got this.
people don't think about that. Like, yo, he talked to that man's son. He was like, yo, if you need somebody to look up to,
I got you.
yeah, like, come on. That could have been the end of it right there to me.
But that's rapping though.
Yeah, that's
Like
rapping.
you're really, really rapping, and I feel like a lot of people, especially hip hop lovers and music lovers, they're gonna get into be like, yo, like this bullshit rap is trash. They didn't have the run for too long. I want to listen to some actual rappers.
Yeah. 100%.
And now everybody from back in the day
it's coming out.
Is coming back out and be like, oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you how to do it. And Jada,
that was
man.
I felt like he was just like floating on it. Like he wasn't even trying. It was just kind of like he was just went in the booth and was just like talking.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was hard.
That's Jada.
Ain't that your top 5?
Yeah. That's the top 5.
Yeah.
Jada up there.
Who your top 5? Sorry, can we talk about top 5?
Right, do it.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sure, I got I got Jay-Z, Nas on the top. Oh, I'm going from the 1, 2, 3.
Well, just
Okay.
in the order.
Jay-Z.
The order? Okay.
Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Wayne and Jada.
Wayne and Jada. Okay. Pac, Biggie, Snoop,
No.
Wayne, Kendrick.
Yeah, y'all going. Okay. My top, in no particular order, Cam,
Definitely
Cam, Earl Sweatshirt, Young Dro.
Young Dro. Really?
One of the best rappers in the South. Young Dro is up there for sure. Excuse me. I'm gonna say DMX. And then I'll throw in this cat from New York. His name is Akash Solo. Super dope. Super dope. I've been listening to him for like 3 or 4 years now, and like his flow is immaculate. But yeah, that's my top 5. But Young Dro is. We'll talk about him another time. But
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Young Dro. Yeah, no, he came out like mainstream, 2007,
about
2006?
that, I was in college when like Shoulder Lean came out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was just getting outside.
Facts.
Man. Oh.
I
those
can
are the
shoulder lean. I
C-spot
don't know how to
days. I went,
dance though.
Oh, man.
Young boy.
Yeah, the young boy. NBA young boy. Oh, gosh.
Young boy.
And it's...
That's your man.
Huh? I don't even think I've listened to an entire song from him.
You.
Young boy. I was like, oh, he raps. I think that's what they say he does. But... And I want to know you guys is like... Especially your thoughts on it, Brandon. So, he saluted Trump because, he got him out on a pardon. And he just came out with a new album called Massa.
Okay.
M-A-S-A.
Okay.
It's supposed to...
Make America what again?
Slimy again.
Slimy.
Sure. We can go with that.
Okay, right. And... he quoted on this track called Triple X, whatever Trump doing, it's good for the youngins. And in this video that he shot in Amsterdam, he had a lime green and black American flag, and it said, it was written in spray paint, all hail Trump.
What do you want
Would
to
you consider this ignorance or just for like shock value? Because both can be true.
Yeah,
it's definitely both, and I'll start with like the ignorance, as in to call your album Massa, but then use an acronym for it is kind of like, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to. Not only disrespectful to the community, but it's disrespectful to your ancestors who were able to survive whatever they survived, had to call a certain group of people Massa, and then your lineage was able to get here, and then you were born because of it. So to be able to like call that album that, is kind of like ignorance, and it's a slap in the face to everything. Excuse me. But also, these dudes got a lot of money, so like they don't care. They don't live in the same world that we live in.
And
I also
got him out of jail.
But like, you don't have to go to jail if you just play by the rules, right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
right.
you don't have you
But you
didn't-
gotta,
Or at least
but
try to fly under the radar
but
so
like
you don't go to jail.
But like if you did, you wouldn't have needed a pardon if you maybe would have like stayed on track to like whatever it is that the judge or the courts confined you to. Yeah, like you probably had to like say free Trump, or not free Trump, but whatever Trump. But like at what point does it really, like what does it get you? But again, like these guys and women's as well, who have like this money and that stature, they don't live in the same reality as us. So like what we here in this room are like going through and like having to deal with, he's somewhere up in the hills not having to like deal with. He just got to pay his taxes. That's it. He just got to pay his taxes and make music. Like he's fine, and I'm happy that he's, as a rapper, he's been able to make it and take his family out and do whatever. But like these guys are so withdrawn from like what other people have to do, and I think it's also based on like the fan base as well that like supports it and be like, yo, like I think that's kind of also like what's wrong with our like this newer generation. Not saying nothing's wrong with you guys, but like you guys just kind of like don't see the bigger picture of like what other things like lead to. So if this one person can do this, then you just allow for another group to like continue to like disrespect and like say these things, and then it's just about money, and like everything's about money, and like it's just like
it's so much, but they don't know that, or they don't want to know that there's more to this shit than money. Like I was saying earlier, there's no morality in this shit anymore. You know, there's no lines drawn, and it's like, this is how you're not only making yourself look, but anybody that's associated with you. Like, you just had a baby or another baby. You got kids to worry about. You're connected to this. They're connected to you, so they're just like, oh, really? All hail Trump after everything that's going on? That has an effect on, it's not just about you.
Yeah.
It's about what you're leaving behind and everything like that, you know?
That's what confuses me when like these guys talking about like, excuse my language, like they're a real nigga. Like, what's real about like what you did, or like what you saying? What's real about calling your album that? What's real about saying all hell this white guy,
this
like,
white man,
so
that
like,
ain't doing nothing for you or your people? What
does that say? Like, you sound weak to me, and you sound like you don't have a backbone, and you'll do anything for like $1. Like you'll say this, but you're supposed to be this real guy who's spraying AKs and killing niggas and doing this and doing that. But like, as soon as this guy come and get you out, then it's all hell him. Like, I'm lost.
He never shot a real gun in his life, I promise you.
They never do.
Yeah.
No, they never do.
They never do. And if they do and they get caught, they go cry. And then
they weren't really outside. They were probably spoiled, and their moms told them that they were special.
If he was real, he should have said, excuse my language, fuck your pardon. I'm good. I'm going to sit. If you real like that, I'm going to sit.
Do your time. You did something.
Do your time. I'm not ready to come out yet. Anyway.
All right.
Just saying.
Anyway, just saying.
All right, let's talk about B then.
Me?
Yeah, let's talk about your art.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So, you guys were already cool before I even came out here.
Yeah.
How did you and Lawrence meet?
A friend.
Yeah, we met through a friend.
He's another artist.
Brian.
He's an artist.
Oh, okay.
Who will probably be on this podcast sooner than later. So I met Brian. So backstory: I moved to New York 2015, and it's my first time in New York. I always wanted to move to New York. I'm from the country. There's nothing there, but I knew in New York I could probably make something happen. I came. I just met Brian at this like party. He was like
living uptown.
I was living in Washington Heights.
Yes,
I was living in Washington Heights. I was living in Heights.
Because we would party.
I had a homegirl.
You party, and then
you
would tell us,
I had to go.
I had to go. I gotta get on.
I gotta go on the Express, though. The Express stopped running at a certain time.
What you mean? Where are you going?
Yeah, I used to live in Washington Heights, and some nights I would miss the Express, but some nights that shit would just go local. But this is when New York was like on fire and a great time during that time. So that's how.
Yeah, 2015 was nice.
I kind of knew Lawrence a little bit through Brian. His brother was here at the time. I kind of knew Reg a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, this is when we was on like fucking like Jameson and shit.
Drinking scotch,
drinking scotch. Like it's like tequila.
I got a story about some Jameson. Ooh, shit.
There was a place in downtown West Fourth. It was like $15 for like 8 shots of Jameson and a beer.
I think you're talking about like Big Fish or something like that. Maybe
it was a Big Fish. It was
West Fourth.
I don't know, bro.
You remember that this like smash burger place we used to go to next to Pianos?
Yes.
That joint was fire too. But yeah, sorry, but not to go off. That's how I met Lawrence. Yeah. That's how I met Lawrence. We're talking about the old New York. But yeah, so I moved here in 2015.
We were all single then.
Yeah, we were.
Single as fuck. Because he was single as fuck when I met him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I met him in 2015. We really didn't like kick it or know each other like that. And then we both kind of had different groups and shit. Then I left.
I left too.
I paid up my rent for a year, and then I was just paying utilities, so I would get like small, like little side hustle photography jobs that would pay. Then my rent was up, and I had a choice to stay or leave. And I kind of wish, thinking back at it now, I wish I had like a mentor to like kind of like teach me like, yo, like the thing about New York is like you always kind of, especially if you're trying to figure it out, it's like to have like a side hustle. And I didn't have a side hustle. I was just like a young kid from Maryland, Millington, Maryland, small country town. And I knew that like I wanted to do photography and I wanted to come to New York. So I just bet on myself, and that's how.
So you've always been a photographer? Like that's what you've always been?
I mean, I had like other jobs, but I always knew I wanted to be a creative. It wasn't until my senior year in college when I had a film course, photography film course, where I was just like, all right, cool. Like, I was like, I like photography. I worked like at Urban Outfitters and other like retail jobs, but I knew that like I kind of wanted to do like photography.
Right.
Yeah. Then I left in 2015. I didn't renew my lease. Was home for a bit. And I went to travel to Africa for like a few months. Came back. And
Where'd you go in Africa?
I went to Namibia, but before that I had been to Africa a few times before. This one time that kind of changed my life and like the ideas that I wanted to do behind photography. So when I left New York in 2015, I went to Namibia, Windhoek in 2016. And it was the first time that I had actually paid attention to Black people in a way of like photography. When I first moved to New York, I thought that in order to get on sets and make it was that I had to photograph white men and white women. And that's what my portfolio had to be about. So I never paid attention to us in that sense. And then when I went to Namibia for the last time, I had, this is before like Instagram stories, but I had made a post and I was like, hey, I'm in like Namibia. And then I obviously tagged the location.
On WhatsApp?
No, on Instagram. Like you can do like locations on Instagram. Yeah, I did like hashtags and stuff like that. And then I got like a boatload of like messages.
The one before that? The yellow one.
And then I had seen like a bunch of like creatives who like looked like me, and I was like, okay, like I don't care about this. Like this is what I'm doing now. And yeah, that kind of just like changed my life. Then I moved back to New York in 2017, but let's keep going.
That's when I started coming out here.
Yeah.
Like I literally started, 2017 was the first time I came out here. Okay. When I met you at Reggie's house in your blazer.
I had a blazer on?
You did have a blazer on. I think you were getting ready to go to like a party or something like that, but that was when I came out here. I came out here by myself.
Sure.
And I was visiting a homegirl. But yeah, I met you over at Reggie's house.
So you had some homegirls with you.
I always got home. I did until I started kicking it with y'all niggas. I don't got no homegirls. Except the wives. Okay? But y'all got kids and stuff. We can't even go outside like that.
Hey, motherfuckers don't like you, man. My homegirl don't like you.
Oh. Probably don't like her ass either.
Cheerio. I'm feeling nice. Yeah. Shout out to G4.
Yo. G4.
Nice.
The exclusive.
It is
Nice.
nice.
That is nice.
It is nice. So what I've seen you post, like, of your art and everything like that, like, you take pictures of everybody, but
Yeah.
like your photographs with of people of, you know, the diaspora and everything like that, black people. Yeah. I love how you can capture, like, in their purest and, like, natural form.
Yeah.
You know, it's like motion in a sense, you know? Like, you're just capturing them as they, you know, just, like, going through life and everything like that. So I thought that, you know, having you here to, you know, describe where you get that inspiration from would have been pretty dope. Like, what made you want to do that type of photography?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you for the kind words as well. I mean, like I said, piggybacking off of the trip to Namibia, it was just like I had this idea of what I thought the industry wanted. Around this time, like, we still aren't seeing 2015, 2016, we still aren't seeing, like, people of color, like, on magazines.
Right.
We still aren't seeing people of color in TV ads. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're seeing, like, interracial couples on, like, in commercials and TV ads and things like that.
Right.
So, like, for me, I was just happy that I caught on it early. But also, I think that I hadn't seen enough, or whatever enough is, but I just hadn't seen us in a way that, like, I had always kind of imagined. Like, when I would go to, like, museums, it would just kind of be like these, like, white, stoic, like, white men in, like, these, like, heels and, like, collared t-shirts, and, like, I can't relate to that. Like, that ain't my culture. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I kind of understand it because it's kind of what I learned, like, in the history books that were provided to me. But, like, other than that, it was just kind of like, it was, excuse my language, it was like slave shit. Not to call it shit, but, like, it was just like, I just grew up learning about, like, slavery. I learned about, like, Malcolm X, learned about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman. Like, this is what I saw in the history. So I never saw what I'm creating now. I never saw portraits of, like, black women and black men. Like, so once I realized I had, like, this gift to be able to photograph black people in a certain
where's
light.
these books in school?
Yeah.
Right?
They're not going to have those books in school. It's illegal now.
What?
Remember?
What you mean? Like, where's these books in school?
They're
Like,
banned from us knowing about everything, like, that we need to know about our people and our
this
culture.
country right here. Like, right?
Right. Where are they?
Who built these?
They banned them.
It's
Who built these railroads?
It's crazy, but I realized early on, like, I had, like, a gift. Like, I didn't go to school for this. I was just always creative growing up. I'm an only child, so I spent a lot of time, like, by myself and, like, having these ideas.
I know you were an only child.
I'm an only child. Yeah.
Wow.
I got a lot of cousins, but I'm the only child. Then I got my first camera and I started taking, like, these self-portraits, and I was taking self-portraits of myself because I was afraid that if I asked one of my friends back home to take a photograph, like, they wouldn't understand, like, where I was coming from and what I wanted to do. Like, they wouldn't get it. Obviously, that's on me because I didn't give them a chance. But I felt more comfortable doing something on myself and practicing on myself than asking a friend. And literally, I was in my bedroom back home in Maryland, and tucked in the corner, and I had, like, a lamp, like this. I took the shade off, and that was like my lighting. Before I even understood lighting, and I set the camera on a timer, and I just started like taking photographs of myself, and I saw something in myself that I had never seen before, even though like I see myself in the mirror.
Right.
But just being able to
look different.
I look different, and I didn't understand like what was in
you
my.
Looked like you had more personality on the photo.
I didn't understand what was in my eyes and what I was trying to say, and so I guess that was like my first self exploration. I guess I'm saying it here first. Like that was my first self exploration. It was just like of self and kind of what I wanted to do. But I know we got more questions, but to come back to the initial questions, I also think that this is universal because I do think you're gonna ask me something about my grandfather. But we can say that for later, so let's keep going.
Well, that's what I was actually going to get into.
You know what? I got kind of a connection to that because I was there, and I know who his grandfather is now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's that?
No, let's continue.
No, because you were posting a lot of pictures from, like the pictures that your grandfather took in the war. Like my grandfather, he was in World War II. I'm sure we have, a lot of people who were in the military, especially like the Vietnam War, World War II, and
my people went through
some
shit.
Yeah, like it had both. War has an effect on families in general, but to see capture images from that environment that he was in and everything like that, does it have any connection to the type of art that you display?
I think. What's the word I'm looking for? I think subconsciously it does. So my grandfather was a photographer in the Vietnam War, but he also took photos of his past life outside of war. I didn't know my grandfather was a photographer until he passed away. But he did give me a camera. As I mentioned, I took a photography course in college, but I didn't have any clue, but he gave me a Pentax MX1, and I didn't put two and two together. So he passed away, and my mom, this was maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And my mom called me, and she was like, hey, I have a bunch of photography stuff from your grandfather. Do you want it? I was like, yeah, of course. What do you mean?
What?
Yeah.
I need all of it.
So she comes up from Maryland to New York, and I just have a suitcase, not even a suitcase of photography stuff, but my grandfather was a avid biker. I have two very expensive bikes of his, all of his biking gear,
bicycles,
actual
let me see.
I've
cycling restored
bicycles. Dog, he would build his own bike. Have you heard of Lightspeed?
Yes.
Yeah, the Lightspeed bike, and then a Makai bike or something with an M or something. I'll send it to you. But it's a very nice bike.
I've restored antique bikes and
I'll send you some photos.
One of my clients, he's a cyclist. He hates when I say oh, are you going biking? He's like, it's cycling.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ooh, okay, damn.
Take it easy.
You and your bike.
So he
you cycle.
So my mom came up, and she just has a bag full of just stuff. I have this green a green briefcase that I open, and it's 3 cameras, lenses, batteries, flashes, and then there's a bag full of Kodak negative scans. So they're maybe 2x2 scans of Kodak negative that actually some vintage that says Kodak, and then says chromachrome on it. And it just kind of blew my mind that I had this in my possession, but also that he was a photographer. And then
right.
Once I got him scanned, I was man, we are kind of one and the same. And so I was about to get back to the earlier point, was that all of this is kind of universal for me. I'm very spiritual, and I believe in the universe, but the idea that me and my grandfather never really spoke, but we kind of from a distance had this connection to photography and the way that we photograph. It's kind of crazy. It's not even crazy. It's just a little surreal for me. So yeah.
I mean, you may not have had like a relationship with him, but I feel like, you know, those types of connections, especially from generation to generation, it's kind of a little bit of a kind of a reincarnation type shit too.
For sure.
You
100%.
know? Like
yeah, that's part of it.
You were probably him before you were even thought of. A twinkle in your daddy's eye or something.
Yeah, no doubt about like that. Yeah.
Shit like that, you know? And I believe in it because
you guys been around together and just different
whole other lifetimes.
Not this lifetime.
Yeah.
It's happened.
You know?
Yeah, sometimes you miss somebody.
Yeah. Exactly, because for you guys to not even have like that close knit of a relationship, but you guys are both doing like the same things, like that's even proof of it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Know? So I think that's really dope.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you're like honing in on it, because maybe he didn't get to hone in on it the way he wanted to. You
100%.
know, like you're doing shit. You know, remember this guy had a billboard down on 34th Street.
Yeah, he was on a billboard. Baby.
What was that about? Was that your first billboard?
That was my first billboard near MSG. Shout out to Nike. Nike, if you still want to do something, we can do something.
Yeah, you could do something with us too.
It was 100%. It was my first billboard, and it was like my first. It was like my first. I wouldn't say test, but like I had to like there was like a lot kind of like riding at stake on like this shoot, more so because it was a 2-day shoot, and I had never done a 2-day shoot like this before. So Nike had reached out and they asked me to photograph the top 75 high school students in the U.S.
Whoa!
In track and field. So of course I said yes. I was like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I need that.
And so we had this conversation about what it would look like and what it could be. So there was this, I'm not sure if it's still there, but there was an armory in Washington Heights. I think it was the New Balance. It's still there. Sorry, it was the New Balance, but now it's I believe it's the Nike armory, and that's where they have like the track and field when they come to New York. And so I get the brief. And I'm realizing like how like big this is and like how big of a moment this is. And so obviously within like these briefs, there are like expectations and like things that like the client like wants. So the idea was to actually photograph as like the track meets were like going on. But then for other reasons, obviously like training and people like getting ready. But then obviously like these are young men and women, some of them first time in front of the camera, they might not have performed as well in front of the camera as they would have on track. So that comparison was kind of like interesting. So we ended up like finding this room. And it was kind of like, it wasn't like all eyes on me, but it was just like this, we found like a seamless backdrop. We found like the small room, and like they were just kind of like coming in, and it was like super surreal to be able to do this, but then also like have to like make a connection, because I'm kind of like, we're just like in and out, and I'm having like a solo, a duo, 3 people, 4 people. The max was like 5 people, so I'm having like 5 people come in at a time on like a seamless backdrop that's probably like from this wall to that wall, like 12 foot, but like everybody has to like be in. Some people do some people are like running track, some people are doing like hurdles. It was great, and to see the work and to see the smiles on like the kids' face like as they had a chance to go and see the billboard near MSG was like pretty tight.
It's dope.
Yeah.
So
B had a show.
Yes.
A solo show.
Congratulations. Just have
Thank you.
Solo show.
Wow.
In upstate New York.
I did.
How was that?
That was also surreal. I had a solo show at a space called Pink Water Gallery. I want to say first and foremost, thank you to Anne, who is the curator and who asked me to have the show, who is also now my mentor as well. So
nice.
I'm
nice.
very
good mentor.
I'm very appreciative of
shout out to her. That's what you need.
And giving me the opportunity when she approached me with the opportunity to do it, of course I said yes, but I wasn't really sure. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen and what I wanted to showcase. Anne had already had some images in mind about what she wanted to show, but I had just started working on printmaking cyanotypes, which you guys could see are the blue images are cyanotypes of printmaking. Yeah.
You want to go through these?
Yeah. So let me just describe. Let me just describe.
You will not take this as a photo opportunity. No, it's not about you today. You were framing that, and I was like, "That's perfect."
Yeah, it was really good in the gold
for that frame.
Can I give just a quick background on the cyanotypes?
Please.
Okay, so
yeah, we want to hear.
The last few months, I've been working on like a new process. Photography for me had gotten pretty stagnant. I was just kind of tired of like working on like Photoshop and like creating these kind of like collages that just kept me behind the screen. So I was in this residency, and someone had mentioned about printmaking, and I should look into printmaking. That would get me more in tune with like my hands and X, Y, and Z. So I came across the cyanotypes, and cyanotypes, they, as you can see, they leave the print blue. So the process is you have these two solutions, A and B. You mix them together, and then you want to find a paper or some type of fabric that will absorb the solution. And so one of the best papers to use outside of like fabrics is watercolor paper, because it really absorbs. So I went and I did that, and I discovered that like this was something that like I wanted to do. I had mentioned this in the show as well at Pinkwater Gallery, was that I had a hard time trying to figure out how to make cyanotypes work for me, because it's blue, and a lot of my models are dark skinned. So every time I would make a print, I couldn't understand why everything was so dark. And then I had to have like a reality check with myself about like why I do this and like who I am as an artist. And that like, instead of finding the negative, let's just find like the positive. Like if you go look at my work, a lot of my work, I really punch in on, especially my black and white work, I really punch in on like the dark and like the contrast. That is one of my biggest things that I guess I'm saying it out loud as an artist, that like contrast and dark skin and darkness and shadows are like my thing. If you want to say
right there,
if you want to say we're black, then let me show you black. Like, let me really show that.
I feel like you definitely capture it, because I love black people in blue.
Yeah.
Like, it just really kind of...
What's up,
whatever.
No, that's not what you mean.
We're not on Hitchin right now,
What's up?
No, but the way it just kind of contrasts, the way it pops on our skin. Whether it's like a royal bold blue or a navy blue and everything like that. Like, black people look really good in like 100%. Blues and cool tones. 100%. And like this one, especially up against the gold frame, like... it gives it that pop, but also the photograph is just dope and strong.
So where was this? So this was I took this a few years ago. This is a part of a series that I think I'm going to continue called No Time for Black Tears. No Time for Black Tears is exactly what it sounds like. Like, there are no time for black tears. Like, we must keep like moving on, especially for black men. Like, there's this idea that like we can't be emotional.
Can't cry.
We can't cry, but like, I don't cry. I haven't cried in a while, but like, I think that like I take that on.
Get on that, bro. For real.
But I think that I take that on that notion that like
you drive by yourself a lot. You should take
I'm
that
only
time.
child, so like I you know what I mean. But like that is a part of it. But then also in a lot of my work as well, I also love to add like little subtle like things. So in the left corner of the photo, you'll see an eyeball stirring up, and that's kind of
I noticed that.
That's kind of like this him kind of looking out as of like, you know, things will become better.
That's the
and
same
better.
guy's eye?
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same eyeball.
It's not like yours.
No, and that's not mine.
What do you call it?
You want to just that?
What's that?
What do you call it? Like,
piece?
does it have a name? Yeah.
Oh, No Time for Black Tears.
No Time for Black
No
Tears.
Time for Black Tears. Yeah.
Okay. And this one here, it looks like it's
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah.
It's called.
Yeah, don't you go. Yeah, so this one is it's a multi-layered piece. If I'll just throw this out here really fast. If you want to know more about the story Ancestry, go to pinkwatergallery.com and you'll see more about the story. So this is a 4-part series with the cyanotypes, including with No Time for Black Tears. So I made this around the same time I made No Time for Black Tears. The thing is the strokes of like the brush. I used a sponge type paintbrush for No Time for Black Tears, which is why you don't see any strokes. I used an actual like paintbrush with like these thick bristles to create the strokes that you see at the end, and I kind of wanted this.
Yeah, it's kind of dope.
I kind of wanted this like piece where
so the print. You see that?
Thank you.
Yeah, so it won't look like that if you did it again.
So the photo itself is larger than what it is, but what I wanted to do was just like still kind of like hide the identity of this young man who eventually turns into this guy from No Time for. This other man from No Time for Black Tears. And so I wanted the strokes to add a little element, but what Tina, who had pointed out, who was the curator, who was the Artist Talk host at the gallery, was that like she really appreciated how I was able to add these like highlights. If you see like on his chest, like the reflection of like the light and like the skim, like kind of like near his nose. And I hadn't noticed that until she had brought it up. My whole vision was just like, how do I get this young man and how do I create this like vision to tell the story of this guy evolving into something else. And what I also really appreciate about this image is just like the sculpting of his body. You can kind of see his neck, the darkness in his neck, but like his, which is this is also very light, but like the Adam's apple, but his neck is just like, it's almost like an ostrich.
Yeah, he definitely has a very like elongated neck. Like,
so that's kind of how this came about, which kind of led into like this thing about like ancestry and like the development of just growth, but where we kind of like see ourselves at. But there are a lot of other layers within the story, but I just wanted to share these two cyanotypes. And now my practice is more so into printmaking. I'm still doing photography, but the practice is more so into printmaking, but also how I'm going to use cyanotypes with like dark skin, because a lot of these the printmaking and the chemicals, they weren't really made for people of dark skin. I told this story at the Artist Talk where the reason why now we're able to use film on people of darker tones, because obviously they didn't have digital cameras back then, so everything was on film. So the furniture companies would complain that their brown wooden chairs wouldn't show in like the film. So
it's not true colors.
It's not the true colors. So the film companies, the Kodak and Fuji's, they had to like
I'm in this business, G.
to like fix that. So that is why now we're able to, especially with color film, not so much cyanotypes, but with color film, like people of color are able to be more visible within film. So yeah, it's a whole deep thing.
No, I'm sure it is. And just in general, like, I think my favorite part is the brush strokes. Yeah. Because it's like I took photography in high school. So I remember, like having to develop the film and the chemicals and then put it over, you know, that special paper.
Were you working in a dark room?
Or whatever, like in the dark, dark room.
That's nice. That's nice.
Oh yeah, Garfield High School. That
What? Garfield got it? What?
But so what was the process for the brush strokes? Because that's my favorite part of this right there. Like it's almost as if you put it into the chemicals and then when you brushed it, that's what ended up coming out off the brush.
So the process with the cyanotypes is that you have these two chemicals, A and B, and you mix them, but you want to mix them equally, right? And then I had this paintbrush with like different size bristles on it, and so I was paying attention to how I was, laying the formula on the paper with just a sponge brush, and I realized like everything was just kind of like falling flat. But like if the photo was like dynamic, then like everything worked. And so once I saw like how I was kind of like brushing the paper, I was like, okay, like this kind of feels like a fairy tale, like kind of like
you hear that,
story.
kids? That's how you do it. Just like that.
It does feel like
yo, you hear that?
Disney
you
Channel?
hear that, kids?
They would have like the brush
that
stroke,
should be a channel
going
when you
into
do
the
that.
next segment and
That's
shit.
how you make art,
It
bitch.
kind of reminds me of that, and you know me being a big ass kid,
I'm
like I
just
recognize
saying.
that shit from cartoons.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with this, it's like
Nice.
it's so much deeper.
Yeah.
And to be
Like-
honest with you, like I may have not been looking at the whole thing. Like I thought it was a chick for a second,
Oh, no, I know, yeah.
but now
I see
that
the
I'm
Adam's
actually
apple.
like really
There's the Adam's-
looking
there's
at
a
it, I
big-
see the Adam's apple. I see, you know, like the clavicle area and
Yeah,
everything like that. Like it does really look like a young ass dude.
So the process with the cyanotypes is you have the chemicals and you put it on the paper.
that.
Cheers. You put it on the paper, the formula on the paper. You get the kind of like this like yellow Mountain Dewish like liquid. And so then obviously like you find a photo that you like. And so with this photo you have to make, I took this photo and I had to make it into a digital negative. And so what that means is I had to convert, this photo was actually in color. I had to take the photo, this is for all cyanotypes. You have to turn it to black and white. And then once you turn it to black and white, you have to figure out where the highlights are. You have to figure out where the darks are. You have to figure out where like the shadows are. But for me, it's never that deep. Like I just do what feels right. And I like, this was one shot. I wasn't going to do this again because Am was like, yo, can you work on something for me? And I felt like if I had to like keep repeating this process of like making the same thing.
Who's the model?
Its model was Decaibo,
Okay.
who's a model.
Yeah.
And so I made the digital negative, and as I was getting ready to print, Photoshop asks you like how do you want to like scale this? And this is before I even laid it down on the paper. And so I had this idea of like just showing like this half body of a person, and I just kind of like brought like the scale up. I really love full size like imagery. I really love like images that are like in your face and you just kind of like have to see. I don't really like small works like that.
Nice.
So I just kind of like pulled his face in and his body in, and I was like, okay, like this is it. I think we kind of got it. So once it printed, you lay the cyanotype on face down where the ink is. You lay it face down. Once it's dry, once the ink is dry on the transparency digital negative, and once the ink is dry on the cyanotype, you lay it down. And then here comes the tricky part, right? So with the cyanotypes, you can either expose outside using the sun, which is like pretty tight, or you can use a UV lamp, which is also cool. The thing with both is like the sun is kind of like unpredictable because the sun, it moves and it's hot in like certain spots. Also, you could get like a cloud that could pass over the sun. So whatever you might be exposing it for,
That won't make it
The
interesting.
whole
it's a whole science.
That
It's a whole
won't,
science.
that won't make it interesting. That
Like
doesn't
it's
make
gonna
it
get cloudy
interesting, or
around
it just ruins it?
2:30. Let's try to get this shot by
it
1:45.
It makes it interesting, but like if for me, like I wanted this process to be like real as possible, and I did not want to keep trying to like land this perfect image because I was already in my mind about like what is the perfect image. So it was like, so I will say this: I did not use the sun. I used the UV light, which also can be one in itself a little difficult. But I had a chart already made of an exposure times of like what it would be like if I capped it at like 6 or 7 or 8 minutes or 10 minutes. So the longer the cyanotypes are exposed to the UV light, the darker it will get. But also you have to take into account like this spot might not be dark. Obviously you can see like the darker spot is in like the neck, but like this spot is in like this spot is like a little lighter. So I have to account of like, okay, so
you know what it feels like? It feels like there's a window.
There's a window for everything.
Yeah,
there's a window for everything.
There's got to be that
the window,
light that's coming in.
So it's like you can measure it out, but there's also like
a window there.
It's like chance, right? Like there are a lot of. I mean, I was working on some yesterday, and like they weren't like I don't know. Like I still have this whole thing with like perfect, but like they weren't what I kind of like, but like I think maybe in a few weeks I'll be like, oh, okay, this is like cool. But yeah, everything's about like just kind of like chance.
You're tweaking to do.
Yeah, still like my tweaking to do, but like I also don't want to like manipulate like dark skin. Like it is what it is, and if one thing I will say, like I do believe like art is art, but like bullshit is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what bullshit is, and so like I never want to like
for real.
I never want to like do that to myself and be like, okay, like I think I can like let this fly. It's just like it's either like it's here or it's not, and if it's not here, then like we move on to like something else.
What you want to do next?
That's how I am when.
Sorry, go.
No, you're good. That's how I am when it comes to barbering. Like, I'm not gonna put my name on anything like less than perfect, and I know that's kind of like okay, you're putting too much on yourself, but
you gotta give me.
I'm also putting myself out there, just
haircut,
doing that.
Can we do a before and after haircut picture?
Yeah.
Me and Brian.
Hey, let's do it.
Hey, what's that?
Do it in my house.
Yeah.
Let me watch it. Yeah, we'll make a day out of it.
All right, let's do it.
How's that? So what's next, B?
What's next? That's a great question, and I don't want to go like super over with it, but excuse me. I've been trying to figure that out since the show. I had a crazy high. It was great. We were in upstate for a week. It was great. The feeling was great.
Art.
I'm sure that's a lot of adrenaline.
Somebody
going
liked the shit I made, and they paid me money for it.
Let's get it.
Yo, I promise you, I could have gotten like
it was not like a sponsored
I would've
thing.
taken
And I'm not doing it for a brand. It's my
38
shit.
hours of work.
Yeah,
I sold art pieces too, dogs. Like
it felt like I was in. It felt like I was in like a TV show. When Anne would come and she was like, "Hey, this person wants to talk to you about like this piece, like da. It was just like
nice, right? I
saw
it.
Okay,
I
cool.
saw it.
It's like, all right, cool. Like,
hey,
like you see that type of shit in movies.
You interested in the shit?
Yeah.
You want to buy my art?
Yeah.
Really? Me?
Yeah.
Like my
it's very
shit?
humbling. It's very humbling.
Yeah,
but,
it's a nice feeling.
what's next?
I would have taken $50 for it.
Yeah.
I promise you. Every time. I'm like, stay home. Pass it down.
What's next? I don't really know what's next. I'm just kind of like going with the flow. I'm trying to like give myself grace. I'm trying to be honest with myself about what I want to do. I know like right now I'm just taking a lot of like portraits of individuals who I would have never thought I would take portraits of. Like I just recently posted something of a photo of like Joyce, who was a juggler. I saw her at Jesse Owens.
Ooh.
She was just like juggling, doing like hula hoops, like 10 feet in the air, and I went to approach her. I have a few people lined up that I want to take photos of, but more deeply, I think what's next is like kind of like just discovering more about like cyanotypes and like how I can like dive deeper into like darker skin and like hues and like the blackness and like what that actually means. I don't know what it means, so I can't really go in detail about what that is, but right now I'm just practicing. It's a self-exploration. Nice. That's it. And I think I might practice it myself, to be honest. I haven't done a self-portrait of myself. But I think the first step is like I want to get back to like figuring out like what that means for me.
Nice.
That's really dope. You know what will be dope?
What's that?
A family portrait.
Hey.
So
what's up?
Let's see. How long you been married?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you might want to get it right because you might watch.
5 years. If I'm saying 5 years, I might be over, but it's 4. But along those lines.
How's married life been for you? You got a wife, you got a son.
I do have a son who will be 2 next month. Married life has been.
Yeah, me and his son had the same birthday.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Me and him.
Crazy.
Me and him.
So I know who I kind of know who I'm getting. I kind of know who I'm
That's
getting. So I'm in good company.
real.
I'm in good company.
When I see his son, yeah, he
wants to
runs up to me
like,
like,
all the time. I'm like, dog.
give me a hug. I was like, yeah, I want a hug too. When I was a kid, I want a hug too, man. I remember that feeling.
Yeah.
He's so funny. How's it being a dad? Like now you got like a permanent subject that you can document pretty much for the rest of his life.
So let me ask you the first question. Marriage life is great. It's hard, but it's rewarding. You kind of have to like want it, and you kind of have to like be able. You have to like sacrifice a lot of shit. Like I said, like I grew up an only child, so like a lot of things. So like I'm used to like doing like solo. Like I kind of have to like think about like the things that like I'm doing.
No, I'm still working that out, man.
But like if you love and you want to be with that person, like you'll figure out a way to like do it.
Yeah,
schedules and
because what
expectations.
100%.
To the day I die, I think we're gonna.
I mean, because that's one thing that I admire about the both of you guys' marriages is that. I mean, this might just be in front of the homies and everything like that, but you guys seem to have like an actual, not only the relationship, like the marriage, but you guys actually have a friendship with your spouses.
Oh yeah, it's not in front of the homies. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, like
shit.
I mean, before we got married, like we were friends, but like we took time to like knew each other. I knew that like
dated.
Yeah, we dated. We waited, and I understood like who Jade was, and she understood like who I was, and I was kind of like I'm not going to put myself in a situation that like isn't going to like benefit or even like work for like both of us. So
you mentioned Jay, right? Yeah, we're going to invite her here. We're going to do a whole series of successful Black women in New York. Yeah, I think she's.
It had to be a friendship first, because like I can't like. It had to be a friendship first. It had to be like a trust thing first. And if I don't feel any of these things, like me and Jade we never spent like a lot of time apart. Like we are always like, that's my best friend. That's my homie. That's my wife. That's my partner. Like that's everything. Like, but she's shown me like so much. But also when I first moved to New York, when I came back to New York, I had never seen a Black woman like in the position that like she was. So for me, that was just like eye-opening. I'm like, oh, like she really like making moves, and like her peers like really respect her.
Let me tell you, Jade is a motherfucking hustler.
She's a hustler. She's
like,
a powerhouse.
Oh my gosh.
And we're lucky we're in her team.
Seriously, this is her shit.
She would be like, chill. But what did you ask me about Taz?
What's fatherhood like?
Fatherhood is fun. It's fun. It's great. I grew up without a father, so to be able to give something to another young kid, young boy,
do the last generation.
100%.
I just wanted to be picked up from school.
That's it.
Right.
That's
all I wanted.
It's fun, and it's just like I'm still learning. Like I don't have all the tools, but like as long as you're just there, he don't care. Yeah. Like, he can yell, he can get frustrated, but he don't care.
That's like one of the coolest kids.
They forget what they were mad about, and he's just like, hey, like let's play.
Yeah. Taz is probably one of the coolest kids I have experienced probably ever, because he's not a crybaby. He's really super chill.
That's a lie.
Well, he ain't been a crybaby with me.
That's a lie. That boy's a crybaby. He will cry.
Of course he's with y'all. He's
emotional.
He's not gonna be. I'm telling you, he's not gonna embarrass you.
That boy's emotional.
He's emotional. All right, thank you.
He ain't never been a crybaby with me. He appreciates it.
But you know what? He can't. We the same birth, so
but he's also one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And not that I forget, but it's just
that's how he shows his feelings. Like, hey man,
look,
what's up? I can't talk right, and
he ain't been like that with
Auntie my whole life.
So we good.
Yeah.
Hey, look. But he ain't never embarrassed y'all though.
Nah, I mean, he sometimes
in restaurants. Nah,
he can get unruly, but like it's within like reason. Like he know the limits. Like come on, dog. Like just look at him like Taz.
Like
what's good?
Really, dog?
You're not just gonna start grabbing shit and start throwing shit. No, he won't do that.
No.
He's well controlled.
But I noticed you've been like developing like a little personality, like on social media and everything, like in front of the camera. You playing with Taz and everything. I just saw the one where he squirted you with the water hose.
100%.
Like he straight up looked at you dead in the eye.
100%.
For a second, and then just got you.
He's very smart. He's very intelligent.
Very. But that's dope. I love that.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. It's a weird balance, right? Because on one hand, like even for myself, I try not to put myself in front of like the camera, like for whatever reason. But I'm also
you are definitely behind the camera kind of guy.
I am, but I'm also like, yo, I got pre-TSA check, I got global entry, like so I'm already kind of like on the internet, but like
whatever.
Everybody
right? But I feel like
let me just tell you this: if you don't have any kind of record, get global entry.
100%.
I just traveled.
I can attest.
Nice.
Global entry is one of the best.
Everybody there that's an American citizen, and we're going through right now. If you're not, white and you're getting harassed, get global entry, yo. And then you get a card. And then you get harassed. I got global entry. That means I don't have no records. You can't get that if you have any kind of criminal record. So
oh, well, that's out for me.
No felonies though. Felonies.
Do I have a felony? I gotta check.
I like if it. Do I have a felony?
Listen, I have a whole other life.
Who are we questioning here?
Not me.
Nope.
First day of my business.
All right, there we go.
That's good.
That was a good episode, yo. Thanks for coming,
dope.
Listen,
cheers, man.
You are definitely more than welcome to come back,
painter,
and see us bring
artist,
more art.
Baby.
And everything.
Photographer, everything.
Like this was we had a really good flow.
Can I get like 30 seconds real fast?
Of course.
Thank you. The floor is mine. I just want to thank Olivia L. For bringing me on this podcast. I want to thank the production homies for making this happen.
I was just going to get into that. Thank you, Nick.
Sorry,
Thank you,
Nick. I really appreciate that.
Every week.
They make us look so good.
I want to thank everybody who's ever supported me, whether that's a like, a comment, an email, texting me saying I love your work. I also want to just say this: do what you want to do in life. I'm not gonna say I came from nothing. Like I didn't struggle in my life. My life was pretty decent. It was pretty good. But you can do whatever you want to do. I came from a small country town, and I'm in New York. I've found a way to like make something of myself. I have a family. I'm
big house.
Still,
he got a big house,
I have
yo.
a nice house.
Very nice house.
He got 3 floors and bed style.
I have a nice house.
That's different.
But just stay true to yourself and just trust yourself. If that's the last thing you take from me, is just trust yourself, believe in yourself. It may not come when you want it, but it would definitely come. Just stay true, stay honest. There are going to be times when you're doubting yourself and you're going to be like, yo, what's going on? But like those are the times when you can just be resilient and you can just stay focused. So
don't stop.
Don't stop. I know it all sounds cliche, but I promise you, I'm not where I want to be. There are other things I want to achieve, and I'm achieving them day by day and slowly but surely. But to whoever's hearing this and whoever's watching this, just stay true to yourself, stay honest, yeah, man, stay
raw
based.
dog it.
I wouldn't say that.
No,
but
don't do that. No.
What? Why the fuck?
Always wear a condom, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
You know what?
He didn't say that. Brandon
On that note,
I didn't say that.
Brandon,
that was just
thank
on
you
me.
so much.
you.
We really appreciate you.
The show's still up in Pinkwater Gallery till September 2nd. Go check it out if you want to.
This man got
You're in
a
upstate
whole
New
2
York.
months.
Please go and visit.
Man, that's nice.
One more thing, can I say
Brandon
BrandonThomasBrown.com studio
Say it again. Say it again.
BrandonThomasBrown.com. Studio B2B. You can catch me on IG at Brandon Thomas Brown, or Studio B2B, and it's fam NYC. Let's go. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to the West Coast. Shout out to Seattle. Shout out to SD. You know what it is. SD. Shout out to all my Filipinos. You already know the vibes.
Black and tan all day and tomorrow.
What's up, cuz? We out?
We are out. Chop Up Podcast.
Chop Up Podcast.
Peace out.
Cheers.